Hello everyone, my name is Yudiantoro Wibisono. I am an accounting student and this is my final term assignment as been dictated by the lecturer of the Information System Audit. So in this occasion, I'm going to demonstrate you on how to operate various commands that that is available in the ICL. So before we are going to the project, we have to see the instruction first. So we have to open the ICL file under the name of sample project. Yes, we already opened it. And then the first thing is we are going to examine the account receivables. And for the first instruction, test accuracy of sales price invoice by comparing the data from the sales transaction and inventory list. Document view your findings and screenshots. Okay, this is going to be, we are going to open the ICL, yes, and then open the table here. And we are going to examine the inventory. Sorry, yeah, I think right here. Before I go to the demonstration, I have to tell you that there are some tables that actually not originated. Not the original tables I created by my own. For example, like coba-coba tables or wait a minute. Actually, I do employees coba-coba satu. That's actually I already practiced myself before I take the video. So I hope that the video could demonstrate you on how to operate ICL more smoothly. And also, I created these tables is for me to test and also comparing it if my step was wrong or not. So yes, because the first thing is we are going to talk about the inventory. We are going to analyze the accuracy, and we are going. In order to do so, we are going to click the data and then join tables with the tables of transaction. Yeah, this one. And then the primary keys. In order to choose the primary keys, we have to select which column that are available under both tables. So in this case, the PRODNO will be available on the both of inventories and also for the transaction tables. PRODNO like here, yes. And then for the primary key field, we are going to choose the account of products, product description, and then for the next one is PRODNO, and then unit cost, and then sales price. Yes, I think, yeah, that's all. And then for the secondary field, we are going to choose amount, and then invoice, and then PRODNO, and then quantity. Right. For your disclosure, because I already created some kind of a dummy previously before I take this video, so I already taken note on how step by steps right here and right here. So in order for this video go smoothly without any kind of cut or interruption. So don't forget to preserve secondary table. This is essential. If you do not click that one, it's not going to be shown on the screen. And name it to perhaps, because I already, well, I guess it's going to be real full transaction. Okay, just click OK then. Now we are going to see, does unit cost correspond to the amount invoice and also product quantity, right? Okay, so I'm going to put it here, drag it here. So if you are using the calculator, right here, we are going to see whether whether the calculation is correct. So we are going to do this and multiply by 7 for the first account. So 41.93. So the invoice amount is actually the result from the unit cost multiplied by quantity right here. But on how to test the accuracy, we need another column, which is we need to open the table layout, indeed, and then add new expression. And then let's say we are going to, because we are going to examine accuracy, we are going to name it accuracy column. Accuracy column. And then for the equation, we are going to because we are going to examine the invoice amount. So that means the equation is going to be the quantity, quantity multiple with the unit cost right here, and then verify, and then expression is valid. Just click OK, and then click the green mark right here, and then just close, and then add columns, and we are going to insert the accuracy here. Okay. Now, then we have to remember the last thing in this, for the first instruction is to filter, edit view filter, and then we are going to see whether the accuracy and invoice amount, all of them are matching. So we are going to detect if there any dissimilarities between two accounts. So we are going to choose the accuracy, and because then invoice amount. Thing right here. Verify. Sorry. I think it's not going to be invoice though. We are going to choose it by amount here, and then verify. Expression is valid, and there you go. Analyze, count record, and there are 6 out of 85 transactions that actually not pretty much accurate at this. Look at this one. Look at the number of accuracy and invoice now amount 924 compared to 974, 1,090, 900, and 1,992 compared to 1,997. We can see that there are some kind of differences, and this should be inspected by the auditor, whether it is actually quite reflective on the revenue. If in fact that the invoice amount is kind of higher compared to the true amount, is the invoice, the revenue is going to be overstated, and this should be examined furthermore. So the auditor should take notice of these 6 accounts to test the accuracy. Whether it is accurate, not really, because there are 6 per 85 accounts that have been indicated as not so accountable, can be said. Okay, for the first task is already done, and we are going to choose the following the instruction number 2 using join feature, create a new feature data IR and customer files that show customer details, name, address, payment transaction, and normal positive. Okay, we are going to for the instruction number 2, we are going to open AR. Yes, save the change, and then AR. The instruction is we're going to join the AR and then data, join tables with the customer, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, customer. Okay, for the primary keys, remember, have to be the same. Primary keys will be no, and the same as well with the second one. No, yes, this one. Make sure that the primary key is the same. Primary fields is going to be, because we are going to examine name, address, right? So they show customer details, name and address. So we're going to select amount, and then we are going to select the I think we are going to amount, date, and then maybe just do yes, and then no, Sorry. I think there's some kind of a mistake there. It's all right. It's already been date. No. Yes. Okay. And then for the secondary one, because we are going to know the name of it, name and address. So obviously we are going to choose the name, and then address. Yes, city. Why not? And then self and state if you want to. Okay. Don't forget to resort secondary table, and then name it as real customer, perhaps, because we are going to examine the customer, right? Real customer. Okay. And then on the real customer, because we are going to examine abnormal, yep, because we are going to account receivables, we are going to see the amount that seems to be abnormal. So simply by edit filter view, and then I'll click amount, click amount bigger than, sorry, smaller than 0. There are in total around count records, and then just click 160 out of 770 account that has been indicated as abnormal because it's account receivables, and it's quite somehow weird if account receivable itself showing minus number. It can be indicated that there's some kind of a clerical problem there, and it should be further investigated. So this is should be auditor should looking into this amount more further, because it's if there are some kind of a minus amount that could indicate that the revenue that is going to be regenerated is actually understated from what the reality is, and that's it will make the company somehow look so poor in the performance, you know. And then, okay, for the calendar receivable, it's already done. We are going to do another task, which is open the IP trans account payable and stratify on the quantity field. Print the last result. Okay, we are going to open the account payable. Yes, IP trans. And then because the instruction is going to be stratify right here. Oh, because there are some kind of minimum and maximum there, we have to see, because we are going to inspect the quantity, right? The quantity field. We are going to inspect this one and then determine the maximum number and the minimum number by descending. That means the maximum number is 8,469. Yeah, it's pretty much quite suitable with my report as well. Okay, so we are going to write that down. 8,014. Okay. Okay. And the minimum amount is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, is 1. Sorry. Yes. The minimum amount is going to be 1. So because we already know the minimum and the maximum number, we are going to stratify again. Yes. The minimum is going to be 1 and the maximum is going to be 8,459. 8,459. And then stratify on the quantity. And we already select that one. Okay. Sorry. Oh, yeah. There's some kind of trouble with the ACL. Somehow, if you open the stratify on, the figures will be lost. So we have to repeat it again. 8,459. Okay. This is already been correct. And click OK. As you can see here. So it shows that the company because we are going to examine the batch system, it's pretty much common for the company to order the quantity from the range of 1 until 846. It's quite rarely to purchase an order more than that. Just look at the figure here. But there's one exception that the company could actually purchase the quantity of inventory from 7,000 to 8,000. But this is only just one batch. We can say it like one batch. So yeah, I think this is actually kind of shows how the company expands, how the company purchasing their inventory, and most likely they are going to buy the batch that has the quantity of inventory from 1 until 846. That's pretty much the common one. So we already done stratify, and then if I'm not mistaken, we have to print the view comment on the result. So that was actually my mistake. So I have to repeat it again because we have to, yes, we have to print the amount as print the result. So just repeat the same method. And yes, but this time we are going to output here. So print, and header is going to be real inventory, perhaps. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then click OK, and then just print. And okay, because well, let's say we are going to say test stratify on the UAS ISA here. Yeah. Okay, and then we are going to check whether it is already been printed. Okay. And yeah, it's already been printed. So that's the way if you want to send some kind of message to or any kind of a file attachment, yes, do that following procedures so that you can print the file. Print the file to the customers or to the clients. Yeah, to the clients. And then the next step is we are using the relation features, create a new from data input IP trends, purchases, and inventory. File that show product details, product description, and quantity on hand. So in this case, we are going to relate the IP trends, yeah, with the, I already did that one anyway. So IP trends and inventory files that show product. Okay, this is inventory. This is the IP trends, account payable translation. And then if you want to alter the relations, we can choose this one. But because it's already been correct, so I do not want to change the key fields here. So it's already been correct, and then finish. And then the instruction shows that I have to product description and quantity on hand. So I need to add 3 column. Sorry, add columns and then product description. Product description is available in the inventory. So yes, this one. Okay, just click OK, and then add columns again, and then we are going to open the inventory file again, and then quantity on hand. So this one. Okay, and there you go. So so it's a kind of show the quantity on hand that kind of shows. So as you can see here, right, the unit cost because we are examining the IP trends. This is actually the new batch, right? The new batch that the company has ordered. Meanwhile, the quantity on hand is the amount, the cumulative amount of the inventory that they have purchased. So this is the product description, and then this is the quantity on hand. And if I'm not mistaken, the instruction also have to make this to be printed, right? So in order to do so, if you want to print this the amount, the print the findings, we can do it by data, and then export to the other application. And you can choose whatever the form that you want to choose, that you want to present. So because I'm pretty much familiar with the Excel 2.1, I'm going to choose that one, and then export field. We are going to add all of it, and I think that's all. Yeah. Okay, and then name it as real IP trans. Then click OK. You can see it's already been directed into my file. So I just need to open my files here, and then ACL data files, and then because the name, I name it as real AP. Or we just going to scroll it down. Does it already been inputted here? Yes. The thing is, wait, yeah. The thing is, it's already been exported to the other application. So this can be printed and then sent to the client if the client want to see the real figures, right? So I think that's this one is already been finished. And then we are going to go to the next stage, which is the payroll. And then for the payroll, we are going to open the MS or the employee master file and then test for duplicate employee record. Prepare a last result. Okay, open the MS, right? Employee master file here. And yes, we want to save the changes. And then the instruction needs us to test for duplicate employee record. Prepare a last result report that identifies anomalies or potential errors. Print the report and comment on the result. So I'm going to do is by analyze and then look for the duplicates, right? And then the duplicates on because we are going to examine the employee, we are going to choose perhaps employee last name, employee first name as well, and perhaps job description if there is one. Working department is all right. Okay, and then list field is going to be city, and then N level, and then here date, job. Okay, that's pretty much it. And then the output is going to be screen, yes. And as you can see, there's a 0 duplicates. So there are no duplicates, and that means that the payment of the payroll is hopefully going to be accurate. But there are actually another instruction here. So using the relation or join feature, create a few data, both of MS and payroll. Files that test a paycheck for non-existent employees. So in this step, we are going to, oh yeah, by the way, the instruction shows on how to print the report and the comment on the result. As I already show you on how to print the result here, we just need to data and export to the other application, just like the previous method. So because I already explained it, I'm going to carry on the things. And then yes, MS. I prefer to just directly join the table with the, sorry, well, again, I have to check payroll. Yes, this one. And the primary case is going to be, hang on a second, minute. I already make a note here that for the primary case is going to be sorry, I need to find the same things. Okay, MNO. Yes, that is available as well. All right, we are going to use MNO, employee number, right? And the secondary case as the same, employee number. Okay, and then for the primary fields, because we want to check paychecks to non-existent employees, right? So we have to choose the salary and then pay per period and then clear all. I need to make it in order. So first name, and then last name, and then job, and then city, yes, and then bonuses if you want to, and then of course pay period, and then salary, and then working department. Okay, for the secondary fields, we are going to gross pay, net pay, and pay date. I think there's 3 accounts is already enough for this one. So just click OK. Don't forget to pre-sort the secondary tables. And then we are going to rename it as the real employee file. Click OK. There you go. So in this occasion, we are going to see the same figures here, and pretty much pay per period and the gross pay is pretty much the same. So that's actually, now we are going to examine this Q account, right? So pretty much like the first task that we are going to do, which is edit field filter. And then we are going to see whether there are some differences between the pay per period and the gross pay, pretty much like the previous method. Pay per period, and then dissimilar or not the same with the gross pay. Yes. And the verify, expression valid, and OK. And then there you go. There are 2 employees that seems to be having a different account, a different amount of payment. On the pay per period is 3,637. Meanwhile, here is more or less 200 less than what they have been stated here. So this is the things that the auditor need to inspect, whether they are, because there are some kind of unmatching the data itself under the name of Poilin, Brecknock, and Paul Kenworth. This is need to be checked again. So in order to make a fair payment toward the employees. But so far, just only 2 out from the 41, and we have seen before that there's no duplicate. So far, the payment for the employee is kind of more or less accurate. Okay, so because we already done with the payroll, we are going to move into the inventory. In the inventory one, we are going to stratify the amount data. So run the stratify, comment on value, accumulate on value. So because we are going to back to the inventory, we need to open the inventory tables. Sorry, I have to admit there are a lot of tables here, so I kind of lose. Okay, now I found it. Yes, click yes, obviously. And then we are going to stratify on the value. So the value in here is going to be the inventory value at cost. So we have to determine the amount, determine the maximum amount and the minimum amount by the same method that I presented to you. So the maximum amount is around 100,800. We have to note that one firstly. And then for the minimum amount is going to be minus 10,000. Okay, because we already determined the maximum and the minimum amount, we are going to analyze and then click stratify. Yes, of course, the minimum is going to be, let's say, minus 1,000. And the maximum is going to be 100 and 800. Sorry, yeah. Interval going to be the same, and the total field is going to be value, this one, right? Okay, and then click output is going to be screen. There's no any kind of instruction to print this one, right? Yeah, there's no any kind of instruction to do so, and just click OK. There you go, and this is the amount, and as you can see that the figures is majority of the transaction. Sorry, for the inventory, yeah, for the transaction there are majority of it transfer value minimum. Okay. Majority of the inventory, right? The value of the inventory at cost is from the range of minus 1,000 until the 9,000. But there is one thing that's quite concerning because there are just only one inventory items that the value is the cost of value itself is already like 100 and 800. No, I mean sorry, 1,800. The cost of the value of the at cost. This is quite concerning because we're not sure what this kind of inventory is, and actually quite somehow can be said as outlier. As you can see, this is 0, 0, 0, 0. Averagely, the inventory is around, let's say, 10,000-ish. But this one is more than that, 1,800. So this is going to be examined furthermore. And then cost. Yeah, we have to very much careful on this last things. Whether it's actually already been used for something else by the inventory management, we have to further we have to investigate that amount more throughoutly. So I think that's all. The instruction for this final exam and the demonstration of the ACL. And I hope that I presenting the right way, or at least proper way, not 100% right, is actually quite right, but at least I demonstrated I'm pretty much able to operate the ICL, and I hope this video is informative, and also this video satisfy the requirements so I can get a good grade. And I hope that all of you watch this video have a good day, and maybe see you next time. Goodbye.